From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the New England Patriots. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Mexico! Mexico, Mexico!
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Throwing on third down, Luck. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
36 to Mike. You.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Darnold from the gun. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and the Patriots take over. So the Patriots coming out now. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Check. Crunch.
Quo. Go.
53 is the mic.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
On 2nd and 9, Luck. he hits his target. Left side, Watson. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there for New England. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
11 feet.
Out of the gun, Luck. This is caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they will run it with Michel. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Second down and goal. Luck has a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New York set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. Well, that's one stuff. We'll see if this defense has another in their back pocket.
And I just wonder on the other side of the ball, do you just challenge the big guys up front? This is short yardage situation. We ought to be able to pick this up. Or do you say to yourself, they are awfully tough. I've got to throw it on this down.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Jordan Evans drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10.
Just like that. Check 3.
Luck on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Steve McClendon coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up.
Tighten up. Check. 40. Easy. Alert. Crawl.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck, slant route, caught by Edelman. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Third and long. It's locked. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
The Jets take over first and 10. Let's go, at their own 20-yard line.
Week 7 in the NFL wrapping up tonight. Not too early to look ahead to Week 8. Already the halfway point of the season. My goodness. But we started out with a good one. In the NFC, Washington taking on Minnesota from U.S. Bank Stadium. Kickoff scheduled for 8:20 Eastern, 7:20 local there in the Twin Cities.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
I'm coming for you.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
After the interception, it's locked. Over the middle, Dorsett. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On first down, Love. Over the middle, Julian Edelman, it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Bravo.
From the gun, they run with Michel. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On second down, Michel. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Reggie. 11B. 5.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll try the air now with Locke. There's a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, it's Darnold. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Darnold. He's got the rookie, Darius Slayton. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets have made this a 1-score game. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chop it.
44 is Mike, 44 is Mike. Check.
Ready.
A shotgun snap for Love. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
So we got man. 11. Hey, echo.
54. Check. Watch 54.
You must be dreaming.
From the gun, here's Luck. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jordan Jenkins. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10 on second down now. It's Harris. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. The tackle was by the Boston College product Harold Landry. Here's Luck. And that's complete. It's Watson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Lady. Lady.
And again, it's Chubb. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Jets on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Go! 12. Hey! High 7.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On 2nd and 11 now. Luck shifts by him. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
12. Hey, Delta.
44,
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Check three, check three.
Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
They run. Chubb. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Tight end right, tight end right. Alert, alert. Young lady. Watch 80. Watch 80.
And the blitz does come. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really...
Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And the return will stop right around the 25. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
And the Patriot 1st down.
Check out. 380.
Hey, watch the slant.
11 feet. Come. Hey, check.
Now a 1st down throw. Lock. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Hey, Charlie. Hurry, climb it up.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Hey, seam 6. 44,
come on. You run.
Back to throw, Love.
Check.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. So now on 4th down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the patch 3. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 13-year man puts it through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Darnold dancing to his left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Ready? Mike 21. Check Mike 21. And we're pretty quiet.
Darnold from the gun. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
To throw again on second down. Darnold. And this will be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Jets on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
57. Mike, 57. I'm here all day.
Yo, lady. Hey, Alpha.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Here we go.
Darnold to throw again. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Jordan Evans, his second sack of the night.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start the drive with Harris. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
15 yards on the play, 1st down. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Mike's Fofo. Watch the run.
They'll run again with Harris. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
Wait for that.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
12.
Tackle.
Out of the gun, Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the pass goes out of bounds, but he was not outside of the tackle box when he threw that. He's got to be careful.
You and I both know if it's even close, they're going to give it to the quarterback. They don't want to throw that flag unnecessarily. So if you're just in the area, you're going to be okay.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 52. 12. Hey, orbit.
Now Luck on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Miles Boykin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, PI gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
On 1st and 10, Darnold over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Here's Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. He'll bite. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's Darnold under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jordan Evans make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
It's now 3rd down.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long. It's Darnold. Being chased out left. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Flush to his right. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Darius Slayton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Line 40!
Check. Walk 54. Walk 54.
Too little, cut. Ready.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.